I absolutely let a negative mindset defeat me at my first 100-mile race. It wasn't the plantar fasciitis that struck me down completely. Now, it was nagging and it was painful, but it was a mental defeat. I was defeated. The brain was not able to overcome, because this is really, I did not really think out and think through my A goal, my B goal, my C goal for the race. I was just huffing and puffing, trying to do my best, and it wasn't good enough for my mental approach on the starting line. I thought I was ready to rock and roll and do much better than I did. I think Schlarb, shout out to Jason, I believe he won that year, crushed it. I don't know if he set a course record, but man, he was just such a strong runner. And so that was a major lesson for me. It really does come down to training the brain. And how do you train it? It's not as easy as it sounds. We runners, we have a pretty good grasp on how to train the body, how to train the aerobic system, how to train the anaerobic system, how to train our muscular system, everything. Of course, the first strategy is the adversity mirror. The adversity mirror. Having a bank, having a journal, having a location right up here where you can remember, the hardest of the hard, the most difficult of the most difficult, the darkest of the dark moments in your life, but also in training. And remembering that those, and I'm talking the hard, Pikes Peak in the middle of winter. I was almost blown over. Getting lost on Nolan's 14 after, I don't even know, 40 miles of running with 20,000 feet of vertical gain. Yes, the stress fractures. Oh, the stress fractures. Like, these are the moments that I have encapsulated in a specific spot somewhere in that noggin where I just can draw from and use it as a sharpening tool for the moments when it's hard physically, the legs are burning, I'm a little low on water, it's hot out, ooh, I wish I had a gel right now. I can just block it out. And what happens is I become in charge of my body through this mental exercise of having this adversity bank, this adversity mirror that I just look at myself and say, this is nothing. This is nothing. I can overcome this. It really does come down to that mind. And I believe it was Seneca. Let me see if I can remember this. He said, we treat our bodies, runners, rigorously so that it will not be disobedient to our mind. So as the more that we run and the more that we can overcome that defeatist attitude and mindset that I've experienced, every runner has experienced, but over time, again, the more rigorous you are with your running, I'm gonna say the mountain running has helped my mental approach to life a ton. I feel like I can take on anything because of that discipline, that virtue building that we get to experience as runners. I just love that quote because it's so true. I guess I'm in a little bit of a stoic mood, everyone. Doing a lot of reading, a little more time on my hands through this injury, but it leads to good things, great things. So Marcus Aurelius, he said, the happiness of our lives depends on the quality of our thoughts. The happiness of our lives depends on the quality of our thoughts. So my second strategy for defeating that negative mindset that enters all of our minds, we all can fall into it. No matter how tough we think we are, we're humans. You know, that's part of being human, but it's how we react to those negative moments inside our brain that really determines the outcome of the situation, of the conversation, of the run, of the workout, of the race. And for me, and I've mentioned this before, but it's been a long time, my suffering can only go so far, what I mentioned a minute ago. Therefore, so simple. Just look to the past. Read the stories of true suffering, true self-sacrifice. When I read those stories, it's it. It puts everything in perspective. It shifts the entire day, the entire warm-up, the entire cool-down, the entire foam rolling when your IT band is screaming at you. Whatever, you read those stories of let's get specific. Come on now. Of Beatles and angels. Of Beatles and angels. It's a book. My dad gave it to me probably when I was in 6th grade, 7th grade. It's about an immigrant family. I think they came over from, I want to say Sierra Leone, but I'm not exactly sure. But they just complete self-sacrifice for each other in order to achieve the American dream as a family. Of Beatles and angels. And that's just like one example. Remember we organized our books? We miss our books. We love our books. That, when you can have that interior bank that I was talking, journal inside your mind of these stories, that's it. Everything else, I don't want to say becomes easy, but much more attainable to overcome those hot running days in Houston, Texas, those freezing running days in Norway, wherever you're watching around the world, okay? So that's my second strategy, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Wouldn't trade it for anything. Severt Hadal. Needed this today. Had my first appointment with physio. He basically touched my ankle lightly 2 times and asked if it hurt. He said it's because of too much running and maybe my body isn't made for running, and sent me on my way within 10 minutes. I just wanted to burn all my running shoes and quit, but not anymore. We're gonna dust ourselves off and get back healthier than ever. I almost said earmuffs for all the children in the audience, but we're gonna keep it family friendly. You got this, we got this. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.